Let's look at a simple random sample. Every object in the population is enumerated. Just 1, 2, 3. A fixed sample size of random numbers is chosen in such a way that any number is equally likely to be chosen. This also has a repercussion concerning the sample set itself. Say we choose 30 objects, then any sample of 30 objects is equally likely to show up as any other sample of 30. And this statement only becomes obvious or makes sense once you compare this to other sampling methods. So keep this in mind as we move forward. This is often referred to as the gold standard of sampling, meaning it is the best form of sampling, how we think sampling should work, if we can actually carry this out. So let's remind ourselves of the situation. Here we have Moda Center, or the Rose Garden, where the Trailblazers play. And I want to know what the average cost of a seat is here. Now, let me create a more detailed map of this. Here's the Rose Garden again, or the Moda Center. But I'm going to zoom in here. And you can start seeing that, again, there's many sections with many seats. And we have rows, seats, and so on. So how does a simple random sample work? Okay, take a look here at this one section labeled 101. Notice it has rows A, B, C, D, and there's 20 seats going all the way across here. Notice what I'm starting to do was go to each seat and label it and enumerate it. So for example, we're looking at section 101. Row A, seat 1. That one's labeled 1. Then I go to seat 2 in that same row, label that 2. Seat 3, label that 3, and so on. Eventually I reach the end of the row and I start with a new row, row B, and row B, seat 1, in section 101 gets number 21, and so on. And just keep going like this until I have the entire arena enumerated. So with this method, you have to enumerate every single object in the population in some fashion. Once that's done, then you need some sampling technique that is fair. I can use a random number generator, for example. And I only have, I only did 60 of these, so I'm going to type just to give you an idea how this would work. So I can go here to Excel, for example, type equal to rand between, and say I want a number between 1 and 60. So I got 18, let's say I want 10 numbers. So I'll come over here. One more, 10. So there we go. I got 10 random numbers. Then those will get matched to the seat. Then I'll figure out the price of those seats that were chosen randomly. There's many ways of generating random numbers. That's one through this computer, which does a pseudo-random number generator. There are other methods. For example, here's a website called random.org, which can generate random numbers. If we go here to numbers, integers, and I could tell it to do, for example, give me 10 numbers between 1 and 60, get numbers. And now I have my 10 random numbers, which again, I equate those to seats in the stadium. So this is the method for simple random sample. Everything must be enumerated, and then once that's done, you collect or you generate random numbers, equate those to the measurements you're about to take for those items chosen from the population.